Hey y'all, what's up? What's going on? Hello, hello, hello. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Hey y'all. Let me get myself together, get my life together. Hey y'all. What's up? What's going on? Hey beautiful people. We had a little glitch, a little something that just went on, so I tried to go back and fix that and then yeah. Hey y'all. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? If you've been in the A for a minute, you know what that is. Hey, how are y'all? Welcome in, beautiful people. Let's get this breakfast started. Hey, y'all. We gotta get some breakfast started for real, for real. Ooh, these bags under these eyes, baby. All right, so y'all already know. First thing we gotta wash these hands, scrub a dub before we make any breakfast. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is 10:08 here in Georgia. I hope y'all are enjoying your Memorial Day weekend. I don't ever say Happy Memorial Day because that's weird. People be celebrating Memorial Day like it's a party. Like y'all do know that it's to recognize unalive people that serve this country, right? Y'all do know that, right? Some people don't. But anyway, welcome in, welcome in. Peace and blessings. And thank you for joining. Hey y'all. Put my charger in this thing. Alright, so we're gonna be on here for about an hour. We're gonna make us some good old breakfast, okay? I'm gonna start with some coffee. We're gonna get all our little supplies together, okay? You feel me? Yeah. Good morning, good morning. Hey, if you're just joining, good morning. I actually need to wash dishes because nobody washed dishes last night. I can't stand dishes in my sink and nobody washed them last night. But whatever. That means mama's gotta do it. But you better believe I'm not washing dishes for the rest of this week. You better believe that. Good morning, good morning. I'm trying to give my eldest child a little reprieve because only reason I ain't really tripped about the dishes last night, they cleaned out their closet like I told them to. Um, and that was a huge overhaul, so I wasn't really tripping about dishes. But anyway, about to wash dishes and I'm gonna make a little bit of breakfast. The little wants some waffles. I'm gonna do my regular schmegler, grits, eggs, coffee, sausage, you know. How y'all feeling today? Welcome in. If you're just joining, my name is Jen. And I just get on here and I live my life. I'm a lifestyle vlogger. I am a hairstylist that has 20 years in the game. You can't tell by my hair right now, but that's fine. But basically, I just get on here and do me, and I try to promote positivity. That's simple and plain. Hey, y'all. Welcome in. Welcome in. How y'all doing? Happy Monday. I know everybody, well, a lot of people are off of work. Check in, let me know what's going on with y'all and what you got going on. Thank you for the likes. Thank you, thank you. Don't be afraid to come in and say hey, and just let me know how y'all are doing and what you got going on. I see somebody like the live. Please go ahead and just tap the screen. That's all I really ask. Like the live and engage with the live. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Y'all just coming in and saying what's up and liking the live helps me to grow. I am trying to make something shake in these YouTube streets, and it's hard out here. Nobody tells you it's difficult. Especially, I'm a single mom. Like I said, I'm a hairstylist. I just got back to work after being off on med leave for close to a year because I had a foot injury. I couldn't stand on my foot. So, Anyway, all I ask is that you come in here and lead with positivity, or you will be dismissed. And that's simple and plain. I do not argue. I do not fuss. I do not. Here's a net. I hate summertime in Georgia. Net fever. But I do not argue. I do not go back and forth in comments, and I do not recognize negativity. I protect my peace and my space at all times, and that's just really what it is. But good morning, good morning. I hope y'all are well. How y'all doing? Washing dishes, washing dishes. That's what we doing. We washing dishes. If you wonder what's going on, that's what's going on. Washing of the dishes so that I can cook. Cause I don't think I went to bed till like after probably 1 o'clock in the morning. So I didn't feel like washing dishes at 1 a.m. I usually don't leave any dishes in my sink at all before I close down the house for the night. But it happened last night. It's okay. Things happen, right? Welcome in, welcome in. Thank y'all for the likes. I appreciate you. Please continue to like the live. Like the live. You liking the live helps me to grow. And that's all I'm trying to do here on this app. Also, go check out my page. Subscribe to my channel, Free Jen Marie. A lot of people come through and they're like, what's up with the name? Was you behind the wall? Was you incarcerated? No, I was not. I call myself Free Jen Marie. 1, because that's my name. 2, the free is the freedom to really just be myself unapologetically, authentically. There's a certain freedom that comes with, I won't say age, but there's a certain freedom that comes with maturity. You get to a point where you realize that nobody else can judge you, nobody else can control you outside of God. And at the end of the day, you only have to try to please God. You don't have to try to please other people. Now, I know a lot of people say that's kind of conflicting. It's kind of contradicting because you're on an app where you want people to subscribe and like the channel. Yes, I do. But I would never let that determine how I live my life. Yeah, I want to blow up on YouTube just like everybody else. But I'm never going to change who I am at my core just to do that. And really, it makes it pretty easy to deal with when people come in and say crazy stuff or whatever. Because it's like they don't know you. They're not in your personal life. So Free Jen Marie is basically the brand that I started. And I just want people to have a safe space. There's another part of it. Free Jen Marie was born out of it's a positive brand that was born out of a negative situation. I dropped y'all. Sorry. Glad that water was out. Glad I got a case of mine. Yes, I'm on. Wow. Okay. I dropped y'all. My cord was in the way. Alright, we good now. Anyway, Free Jen Marie was born. It's a positive brand born out of a negative situation. So basically, I was in a situation where I was a people pleaser and I was in a DV situation. And I let somebody really take advantage of the fact that I was not in a good mental headspace. So they were able to talk to me, treat me, do me any kind of way, and legit, I just ate it. Because I thought that was all that I was supposed to get. I felt like that was my worth at the time. When you don't know your worth and you forget about not only who you are but whose you are, somebody can come in and take advantage of you real quick. And once I woke up out of that nightmare, I decided that I would never let anybody else do me like that again. Like I said, once you realize who you are and whose you are, other people's opinions of you don't really matter. You start to be confident in who you are. And honestly, to me, a lot of the people that have bigger platforms. Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of people have bigger platforms, and it's drama. And you know, we all like a little bit of the mess and the drama on social media. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you the most saved, sanctified, whatever. You done watch some stuff on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, somewhere where it's a bunch of mess, and you probably commented on it or you talked about it with your friends, whatever. Everybody looks at some drama, whether it was going down the rabbit hole of the Angie Stone unaliving. Yeah, I said it, unaliving. Because I will never believe that things happen the way they said they did. Or y'all looking at the Diddy trial. Everybody likes some drama, you know. Everybody likes the buzzworthy stuff. So, and then you have some people that are on social that they just cool and they just got a good following and they got, you know, really good vibes. I use him as an example. Trent Shelton, okay? Huge platform, good vibes. I have not watched all of his stuff, but I watch quite a bit of it from time to time when it comes up on my feed. And seem to be really, really authentic. But then you got other people like Netta and Charles. Netta and Charles, you know, they put on their little antics, I'll say. And people like that too. So it's something for everybody on social media. But welcome in, welcome in. I don't try to be either. I literally just get on here and do me. A lot of people are afraid to get onto the socials and they want to, but they're afraid because they're afraid of judgment. Here's the thing. Can't nobody do you like you. Can't nobody show up like you. It's only one of you. There are no copies. People can try to copy you. People can try to do what you do. It ain't gonna never be the same. What up, y'all? Welcome in, welcome in. If you just joined in, we are about to cook breakfast. I'm just cleaning up the kitchen a little bit. Like I said, we're gonna do some grits, some eggs, some sausage, and some coffee. Regular schmegular. I'd be glad one day when... Huh? Do I have any lead pencils? Yeah. No. Why would I have lead pencils? I am not the artiste. You and your brother are the ones that are artists. Just trying to get y'all situated. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, y'all. About to make some breakfast. It's a little late, but hey, it's Memorial Day. I'm off. I ain't feel like...
Oh, yeah. Today is Memorial Day.
Yeah. Do you know what Memorial Day means? You want mommy to tell you?
No.
You can figure it out?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
The day that we celebrate the people.
No, you don't. Okay, you're not celebrating. You're honoring. Use that word. That's a better word. Honoring.
I'm honoring.
Mm-hmm.
The day that we honor the people that did something for the world.
So Memorial Day is a day that you honor all of these service people that lost their lives fighting for our country.
That's what I meant.
Okay, but you said did something for the world, fighting for our country. Yeah. So they lost their lives fighting for our country, right?
Yeah.
Do you know the difference between Memorial Day and Veterans Day?
What's Veterans Day?
Veterans Day is when we celebrate people that have served in the
Military?
In the military.
Like Papa?
Yes, there you go, like Grandpa. That's right. So Memorial Day is for the ones that are no longer here, that lost their lives in serving the country. And Veterans Day is for the ones that served and are like retired, like Papa. Yay! I'm so proud of you. Okay, can you give me 2 bottles of water, please? Thank you, son.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you.
Can I have more ramen?
You want to eat this ramen at 10 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
Oh, you made my stomach hurt. So, we don't waste our food up in here. So, last night my son said, Mommy, I want ramen. Then he fell asleep and I couldn't wake him up.
But you couldn't wake me up?
So, it's all disgusting. It's all icky. You want me to warm it up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I want the juice to be in it though.
Ain't no more juice in it. It done dried out.
No.
Give me the water and stop doing that. Sitting there shaking the water like a crazy person.
I'm not.
Making my coffee, y'all. And I drink the Rise mushroom coffee. I don't know, have y'all ever tried that? It's really good. And it helps me to focus in the morning. This finna be nasty. Bruh, this is finna be nasty. You finna eat it too. You finna eat it too. I'm not playing with you.
I know.
Go on now.
I love you for ramen, cookie, ramen, yummy, ramen.
See, I told you I can't be nothing but authentic. Somebody got on here the other day and it was like, you gave him the mom stare. And I was like, yep, sure did. Where's all my plastic bags going? Like, are y'all eating them or? Say that you grew up in a black household without saying you grew up in a black household. You hang these on the end of your cabinet when you're cooking. Facts. Hello everyone. Welcome in. Peace and blessings. I hope everybody's doing well on this Memorial Day. Bro, this even sounds disgusting. And you finna eat it. The seasoning is in there, so you finna eat it. Ew. Okay, it's not crunchy. Here, DC. Here, DC.
Come.
Would you stop? Go ahead. You really finna... Okay. Yep.
What?
You frustrate the heck out of me. I just want you to know that. Oh, we need to go grocery shopping so bad. I need to make major grocery. I bet the stores is like crazy. I need to make grocery like tomorrow, though. Not today. Good morning. Hey, y'all.
Excuse me.
What?
Is the reason why you don't want to go to...
Can you just eat your food, please? Look at me. Look at me. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Wait, what is that? Why is it on green screen? Okay. Hey, look at me.
Yeah.
Okay. Good morning. I'm just making some breakfast. I hope y'all are well. I'm making some grits, eggs, sausage, and coffee. Ask your brother, does he want biscuits today? Is he awake? Is he awake? Is your brother... Turn them headphones down. December.
Yes.
Turn them headphones down. I don't want to spend my whole life yelling at you. Stop. Go ask your brother, does he want biscuits? Hey, y'all. Did I? Okay. You can't just do what I asked you to. It's gotta be funny. It's not gonna be funny in a minute. Keep on.
Say no. Not some piece.
No, you eat. Go sit down. Go sit down. Right now. Hey y'all. So, like I said, I'm making some grits, eggs, sausage, and coffee. Because I need it so bad. But how y'all doing? How's y'all Memorial Day weekend going so far? I know a lot of people was like going out and stuff, but it rained last night, and apparently we're supposed to get some more storms today. I'm in Georgia. What's up, y'all? Welcome in, welcome in. If you just joined in, I am making, I guess we'll call it brunch because it's after 10 o'clock. It ain't really even breakfast anymore. It's like brunch. But grits, eggs, sausage, and coffee. Good morning. Please come in and like the live. I greatly appreciate it. I hate that on YouTube you can't play music because of the licensing. I really be wanting to vibe out. I don't know, but then I see some people that do play music in their lives, and I'm like, how do you get away with that? It's wild. Good morning, good morning, good morning. While you're stopping in and being nosy, go ahead and like my live, please. And thank you. Appreciate you. I need a fork. I don't know why I just did that. My hair is all over my head. It is what it is. It's just sticking up. It's gonna do what it's gonna do. The lock's gonna lock, baby, and the natural is gonna natural. Okay. It is what it is. But hey, y'all, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I'm just on here chilling, making something to eat, and yeah. Y'all back a little bit. Y'all all up in my business. One of these days, I'm gonna be one of the people that knows how to crack like a perfect egg. Like I know how to crack it and like put, you know how the cooks be doing where they put one shell inside the other, like the halves of the shell inside each other and stuff. But I want to be able to crack the egg without getting egg all over my goddamn hands. I've never mastered that. Anyway. What up, y'all? How y'all doing? Peace and blessings. Is water even hot enough? Yeah, it is. Okay, hold on. I do pepper, garlic powder, a dash of seasoning salt, and paprika in my eggs. Yep. And we sprinkle. yeah, I should have wasted in the paint. Whatever. I don't care. It is what it is. Oh, I forgot. I didn't put no milk in my eggs. Because I do like them a little fluffy. I'm tripping. Wish I had got some wine from the store. I had me some mimosas. But I can't afford, not wine, champagne, I'm sorry. But I can't afford champagne. Not even the cheap kind. Because we're on a budget. A tight budget. But it's tighter than stretch pants on the fat lady. What can I say? Hey y'all, welcome in, welcome in. How are y'all? All right. If y'all are wondering if my vibe is a little, I won't say off, but just down. Just being all the way real. You know, I try to live an authentic life, not an aesthetic life. And this morning, I'm stressed. Stressed and trying to push through. That's literally it. Where is my... I swear, I don't be knowing sometimes if, like, my kids are eating the dishes or throwing them away. Like, bro. Anyway, like I said, I'm just a little stressed. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with my socials. So we was doing really, really good. And then all of a sudden, like, okay, so I would post a 15-second short. Just something positive that was on my heart that morning. Good morning, good morning. And I was getting like between 500 and I'd say between, okay, so on the low end, maybe like 150. On the high end, sometimes I would get like like 1,200, okay, views on the shorts, right? So I posted the last couple of videos I posted, like literally they have not been going up at all. The last video that I posted a short story time. Now, I understand that long form content takes sometimes longer to build, right? But I posted it yesterday. It's like a 3-minute story time, y'all. It's kind of funny. And I would love it if y'all go check it out. And also like the live while you're in here. But anyway, hey, how are you? So I posted this little 3-minute story time. And it was inspired by, I'm cutting up sausage, y'all. So if I don't look at the screen, that's why. Child, this wave got me drowning. Like, cause what the heck? Cause like it's been consistently growing for months, and then like I'm gonna be all the way real with y'all. I'm gonna be transparent because y'all know I like to be transparent on here. It literally got 1 view, and like I don't expect it to go viral. Like I'm not tripping, but to go from getting like you know, over the course of a few days, you know, we'll say on the low end, 30 views, 50 views. For it to be sitting there for almost 2 days and it's sitting on one, bruh, that killed my spirit. So I had to log off yesterday. Because you be on such a high sometimes. And then, like, you know. And it's like, I'm an artist. I'm sensitive about my Shout out to Miss Erykah Badu. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna stop posting. I'm gonna keep going. Oh shoot, now I'm almost burning my egg. Stop it. Tripping. Okay, so let's turn this down. Hold on, y'all. Before I burn something up. God dang it. Okay, so I had that way too high. I'm tripping. Hold on, y'all. Talking and not paying attention, right? Bugging out. But yeah, to have one view was like, what? Like, at least in an hour, I should have at least 10. But to just have one when I got 300 and something subscribers, so that let me know that, one, my people don't have their notifications on. Because the people I support, when they post, their notifications come up. Now, do I get to catch every single post? No, because I got, a whole life and kids, and I can't just be on social media. But if you got your notifications on, it will let you know when your person that you follow posts something. So then you can go check it out and get all up in their business, okay? Okay, there we go. I be trying to get all my little everything out my pan. Hold on. Sausage. There we go. Put this in the fridge. But yeah. So that's what's going on with that. So I'm just trying to figure everything out, y'all. Okay, great. What, you want a medal? That's somebody slamming his plate down saying done. Like it was a race. It's not. Calm down. Yeah.
I'm done because I want some biscuits.
I'm not making biscuits. If your brother wasn't going to eat anything, I'm not going to make a whole can of biscuits.
Well, can I have some sausage?
You can go away. Love you.
Can I have some sausage?
Yes, of course they will make the sausage and give you some. Gone. Jesus wept. Yeah, so it's to the point where I don't even know when peak hours for me are anymore. Like I thought I did. I thought I had figured it out. I am going to delete it and repost it though. Because I had to do that with something on another app too. I'm going to just, we're just going to throw everything at the wall and see what sticks. That's pretty much where we are with it. But I'm going to need for these watch hours to go up. So I need for y'all to like the live, share the live, all that good stuff. I appreciate y'all. Since some of you are new here, if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. All I ask is that you be respectful. Oh, that I know. I'm not going to give up. I didn't put too much work in this. I'm not going to give up. I done put way too much work into this. To have to start over. Nah, we not doing that. I done grinded too hard for where I'm at. You know what I realized the other day too? I've been in the beauty industry for 20 years. And while I am very proud of that, I look at it and I'm like, I've given so much to this career. What has this career given back to me? Now, while it has given me some amazing, fulfilling moments, financially, what has it given back to me? And for the time and the effort that I had put in, it's not giving enough. So while I'm not walking away from it, I know that I need to do something different. So, long story short, I'm going to say this very carefully. We've been looking into self-branding very heavily. Don't know how or when I'm going to do that, but that might need to be an option. Ooh, that coffee's a little bit too hot. Jesus, well. Today feel like a Sunday, y'all. Yeah. I'm looking into some things. I don't know if it will be a behind the chair situation. I really would like to do a lot of product knowledge because that's something that I've always been passionate about. So if y'all don't know, I work at a high volume salon and, recommending products to my clients to make sure that their hair is healthy is something that I have always done naturally as a stylist. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate you. That's something that's always come naturally for me as a stylist. Because here's the thing, you had this stigma of quote unquote IG stylists, and I hate saying that because it's a lot of stylists that are on IG that are dope, that do take care of their clients. So let me just say that. But you have this stigma of these stylists that are overbooking, overcharging. They want to charge you a fee for everything. If you're 5 minutes late, they want to charge you, $50, but then they be like 30 minutes late and they don't take a discount off of your service, which is so not fair. They want to upsell you everything just for shampooing and maintaining their hair. That's crazy work to me. A shampoo, okay, I'm not saying don't charge for shampoo, but don't upsell it to the point where it's like, unless you in there doing some serious massage on their follicles where their hair magically grows back. If you're doing a basic shampoo, yeah, that should be included in your regular style price. Now, if you're blowing out somebody's hair and they got long, thick hair and it's matted up and you got to detangle and stuff, yeah, you need to do a proper consult. But don't sit there and tell them you got to come with your hair already washed. You got to come with your hair already flat ironed. You got to come with your hair already blown out. Ain't you the stylist? Aren't you the stylist? Now, I understand if you're getting braids, they don't want to blow your hair out. Okay, cool. But if you're coming for like a silk press or something, like, isn't that part of the service? Come on, bruh. My thing is this. If I'm styling your hair, if I'm getting ready to blow your hair out, I'm gonna use us natural girls because I'm a natural girl, okay? Exactly. Might as well do your own and pay yourself. If you are doing somebody that is natural, you should be very detailed with your consult online, and you should be very detailed with your consult in person. Here's a good example. You should have prices for if it's above the shoulder, below the shoulder. Now, everybody's hair might be thick, thin, whatever, okay? You should do a proper consult. If it's going to take you longer to flat iron Keisha's hair because Keisha has the thickest, coarsest hair down to the middle of her back, okay, I can understand charging for that. Do I think that you should charge her extra $100? No, I do not. Do I think that Lele with the short little bob cut, you know what I'm saying, that she's got the really soft silky hair, you blow right through it and you done in a minute. Do I think you should charge her way less? No, I do not. I think things should be conducive to that client. And I just feel like it's a lot of scamming going on with a lot of these stylists and the way that they moving. Do not sit there and say that you got to charge somebody, a certain fee or keep their deposit because they were 5 minutes late when you're not even at the shop. If your client beat you to the shop, yeah, you definitely not finna wait. Stop thinking that you're gonna make all your money off one client. Stop upcharging and because really what it is, let me be all the way real. I'm gonna just stop trying to sugarcoat it. It's laziness. Some of these stylists are trying to make all their money off of one client so they can do that one client and go home instead of hustling and doing a bunch of clients. I would rather do 10 clients and bust my butt and work hard to do those 10 hair clients and 5 of them send me referrals than to do that one client, have a bad experience, and they never come back and they never refer anybody to me. Because, yeah, you made your money that day, but bad news travels way faster than good news does. I cannot tell you, since I've been back to work, how many, a lot of my old clients, I'll say at least 80% of them I've seen at this point, have come back to me after a year of being gone from behind the chair. And also, those clients are still referring new people to me, which I'm not bragging, I'm not boasting. I think of it as a blessing. I am grateful for every person that sits in my chair because they don't have to be there. They don't have to choose you. And when you're in the service industry, you have to remember the first part of that is service. It does not mean that you are kissing anybody's butt, but it means that you are providing a service and you should do it to the best of your ability and the highest of professionalism if you want that person to come back. Stop trying to make all your money off of one person. That's crazy work. Because you're going to make your money, you're going to spend that money, you're going to need to make more money so that you can maintain your business and pour back into your craft. And if that one person makes a negative review on Yelp, you're not going to have no clients. So you have to think about all of that. Here, Monster. You have to think about the big picture. You cannot just think about right here and right now. And I think a lot of stylists have gotten caught up in that. And it's kind of sad. Go ahead. It's on the counter. Go ahead. It's on the counter. It's kind of sad, y'all. Hold on, y'all. I gotta grab my coffee. Come on out of here. Your nephew. You already know. Your TT's in here. All right, go on and eat your sausage.
No.
What are you doing?
Getting Catboy.
Okay, we'll move Catboy out my way. All right, sorry, y'all. My cords got all tangled up. But yeah, just give good service. Be polite, be professional, be knowledgeable. And everything else will fall into place. Just like with YouTube, it ain't going to happen overnight, but it will happen. So, I look at it like this. I built that from the ground up. I'm going to build my YouTube from the ground up. I build my clientele. I can build this. If you build it, they will come. But yeah, y'all. Happy Monday. I'm not going to say happy Memorial Day because that's weird. Most people don't realize Memorial Day is recognizing fallen servicemen. Titi said, hey. Servicemen and women. I'm sorry, service people. My bad. Because a lot of people will say, hey, you're a veteran, blah, blah, you know. Okay. Veterans Day is for the veteran. Memorial Day is for the ones that are no longer with us. Just need to go back in the microwave. Hey, put this back in the microwave for me for like 30 seconds. Thank you.
No.
So yeah. All right, so I'm off my my stylist soapbox. But that really makes me upset. I cannot stand to hear because in the year that I've been gone, of course my clients still had to get their hair done. So they went to some other people, some people went to other shops, and they are now returning to me. The horror stories that I am hearing, oh my gosh. Yeah. But see, a lot of people, they still rock with you because of the quality of the work. There's something to be said for that. And even when people, you know, because some people pages have, hey, can you get this for me, please? Think about people whose social media pages have been hacked. I watched there's a lady on YouTube, Social Chanel, that I follow for many, many years. So her original page was hacked. She would go on Facebook and do makeup lives. Can you get that for me? Hello? Hey, turn them headphones way down. Turn them down, because they're going to mess with your ears.
I heard.
No, you didn't, because I called you 3 times and you ain't moved. Can you please go get that out of the microwave? Thank you.
Oh, I didn't hear the microwave.
By the way, please make sure you are also subscribed to my sister's page, Creative Jewel, JR Media Chicago. Go check that out, please, and thank you. She just did some amazing invitations for my son's graduation. Can I show it on here? It's okay if I show it? But she can do logos for your business, for your events, websites, editing. She's an author. She's a songwriter. I'm just saying. Okay.
I forgot what authors are. What are authors?
People that write books. So she took my son's grad pictures and she made this for his invitations for graduation. Very, very professional. It looks like something that, you know, you would see online from one of those sites. But this was personal. I wouldn't trust this with nobody else, really. And honestly, she fussed at me because at first I was going to have them printed somewhere else because of the fact that she is very, very busy because she runs her business solo dolo. And so I did not want to bother her because I felt like, it's just a little thing. And she's like, of course I'm going to do them. I got you. So no job is too small. No task is too big for her to handle all of your media needs, okay? Very professional, timely manner. I mean, even though we sisters and, you know, we fam, she still handled me like, you know, a customer that she values. So I really, really appreciate that. Thank you. And, oh, my mama said to tell you that they look absolutely amazing and you did a great job. She was pleasantly surprised. She was like, oh, you know how my mama do. I'll be going over there later to get my plate. Welcome in, y'all. Welcome in. If you're just joining, my name is Jen, and I get on here and run my mouth, live my life, and trying to be positive as best I can. I will. I'm going to see her later. Right now, we're just shooting the stuff about different things that's going on. We talked a little bit about social media and the struggle on, you know, to grow on social media. It's not always easy. A lot of people show the end result. They show the success and everything, but they don't show the hustle that goes behind it. They don't show the, you know, you checking your YouTube studio at 1 a.m. thinking that your video has uploaded and it's ready to go. And then realizing that somewhere something has glitched and then you being up for the next 2 hours, getting no sleep, trying to fix it. They don't teach you that making a thumbnail isn't always as easy as plugging in the template. Sometimes you got to go back and self-edit too to make that thing fit into your thumbnail for your video. And sometimes when the thumbnails transfer from one app to YouTube, they don't always, you know, they don't always come out the way you want to. So then you got to go back to square one and do it all over again. Sometimes you have to do it 10 times before it comes out right. But if you want it bad enough, if you are passionate about your YouTube journey, it can happen. Over this last year, I have really buckled down and got into it. But I realized that it is the lives that really help you get your hours in. Here's why. Not just because people are just sitting there watching you. They're getting to know you as a person. They get to know you as a person, they tap in, then they're going to want to be nosy and go look at your videos. That's the way I look at it. Most of the people, I'm not saying all, because there are several people that don't go live that have, reached their YouTube goals. Those people actually, they post nonstop. Like, they posting like 6 videos a day. It's crazy. I post shorts, but I can't post 6 videos a day because I gotta work. I got kids. I got stuff, But the people I saw that like, oh, okay, I reached my goal in 30 days, they went live every day for hours on end. Elevated mindset. I don't mind shouting out other creators because it's supposed to be a community, right? They went live for about, I think this was last week. They went live for about 3 hours, and they got 49 watch hours out of that live. So going live really, really helps. Another person on here that I absolutely love, Table for Two Casts. I started watching her last year because she had a bunch of story times, and I love a good story time. And I love the way she told her story times, okay? Some of them was kind of ratchet. Some of them was kind of real. Some of them I could relate to. She told story times about her childhood, her family, her dating life, her kids, how she grew up. She's from Miami. When you hear her talk, you know she's from Miami. But she's like one of those, I just hadn't seen somebody so real, raw, and authentic on social media as her in a while. So that's what drew me to her. She's super unapologetic about who she is, and I love that. She stands in her truth, But she's got a lot of really good story times on her page. And she's a beautiful girl, super smart, super smart. The way that she talks about YouTube and the algorithm and everything, like, it's not one of those, today we're going to talk about it. It's very much, this what you got to do. Boom, boom, boom. Like, I love that. So yeah, I really love her content. But I watch her go live every day. And every day she will gain more subscribers going live, just being herself. She's also really big on TikTok, but she wanted to come over here to YouTube because she has a podcast as well. But she has a story. And I believe, like, it sounds corny, but there's glory in every story. Everybody has a story. Some people feel comfortable sharing theirs. Some people do not. I have no problem with sharing mine because it made me who I am today. And if at the end of me telling my story, it helps somebody else to elevate, get through something, know that they're not alone, I'm cool with that. I don't mind being transparent. It ain't no shame in it. I had to realize there's no shame in my story because it's mine. It belongs to me. Can't nobody shame me with what already happened. Let me say that again. Can't nobody shame me with what already happened. You could bring it up till the cows come home. It ain't going to change the fact that it happened. What I had to do is realize I can't change what happened. I can't change how people are, but I can change my reaction to all of it. And that's the glory in it. When you're going through something, it's not because the world is against you, the universe is against you. And my sister can tell you, true enough, I used to sit there and ask myself, why is this always happening to me? Why me? Why me? Why me? When I should have been asking, what am I supposed to learn from this? So that I don't repeat the same revolving door. How am I supposed to grow from this? Because I honestly believe if you keep going through the same situations, it's because God's trying to tell you something. And you haven't gotten it yet. You haven't received the lesson yet. So you're going to keep going through it until you get the lesson. I didn't think like that this time last year. I wasn't there yet. So I kept repeating the same cycles for years. The same cycle of depression, the same cycle of feeling defeated. Now, while everything in my life is not perfect now, I'm not saying like I came out of it and everything's just grand. It's not, because it's life. You have good things and bad things. It's balance. That's just life. Some things are going to try to break you. It's the fact that if they didn't and you can get back up and start all over again, that's like your strength. And I honestly believe not only are you supposed to learn and grow from that test, you're supposed to pass it on to the next person. Everything happens for a reason. And I don't think things just happen just so they can happen. You get through them and you move on. I think you were supposed to take that whatever that was that tried to break you, and you're supposed to put out into the universe and share it with others. Doesn't mean that you have to do it on social media, no. It might mean that you might have a moment with your church brother or sister. You might be talking to your homegirl, your homeboy, but you are supposed to share that situation to help somebody else get over it. Show them how you got over it, and then pull them up with you. Step over. But you also have to be careful of how and when you share your information, because you need to protect your peace as well. Are you serious right now?
Huh?
Are you serious right now?
What did I do?
Okay.
Seriously, what did I do?
I'm serious too. It's a heart attack.
No, what did I do?
Keep asking me that. Sometimes a mom got a mom. But no, we're supposed to encounter different things. We're supposed to go through different things so we can learn more about ourselves and how we respond to things. It's not that God has left you. It's not that God has forsaken you. And we always ask that, God, where are you? God is always there. Sometimes God is just not there in the capacity that you want him to be. Sometimes we seem to forget that God is in control and we are not. So while we sit and demanding and questioning God, we need to be listening. Okay? I ain't trying to be preachy, but that's just real. Sometimes we be talking to God like he's supposed to serve us. Sometimes you talk to the universe like the universe is supposed to serve you. Like you're not part of. You feel me? And that's not how it works. It's funny how we'll put demands on God. Are you paying attention to the demands he put on you? Okay. Let me use this as an example. You know the saying goes, to whom much is given, much is required. You want to say that in the Gen X way? More money, more problems? New levels, y'all finish that one, right? Basically what that means is, as you elevate, there's going to be anchors on your ankles. There's going to be anchors tied to you. They're going to try and weigh you down, pull you back down to where you were. How you deal with said anchors, which could be, I don't know, maybe you tired of the drama, maybe you tired of gossiping, and you like, I don't want to gossip no more. That just ain't my life. That breeds negativity. That just ain't what I want to do. And then you have friends that's all they do. I'm going to tell you something. If you are in a friend group, let me use the ladies because I am a lady. If you are in a friend group, say it's you and two of your friends, it's three of y'all. Y'all are three amigos, okay? We're going to call y'all Jen, Keisha, and Mary, okay? If me and Mary hang out and all Mary does is talk about Keisha, but the three of us are all supposed to be friends together, then I had to believe that Mary's talking about me when I'm not around. Okay. If I decide to protect my peace and leave that circle of friends or that trinity of friends, okay, they may try to reattach themselves to me, therefore being my anchors. If I'm trying to elevate and do something different and better, and they're trying to pull me back in, they're being my anchors. They're like cinder blocks tied to my ankles, okay? They're trying to weigh me down. That does not mean that my elevation is not happening. It's testing me to see how I'm going to deal with it. To whom much is given, much is required. More money, more problems, new levels, new. Right. Anytime you're trying to elevate, do something different, do something better. Yeah. That's just like I had to realize, and that's hard for me because, I love my family. Like, I got some cousins that we, I had to realize, okay, I know I haven't done anything to you. I know that I personally have not done anything to you, but maybe somebody related to me had some drama with you. That don't have nothing to do with me. But you chose to just disconnect from the whole unit. Okay. I'm not gonna keep reaching out to you. Why? Why should it be one-sided? I deserve more. And that whole thing of blood is thick in the water, that's a lie. Because this one right here, baby, okay? But that cousin you don't like, imagine too old. You talking about your cousin that I don't really, which from day one, like how? From day one, I was like, I don't like her. And you know what? Sometimes I really don't like that about myself, but I had to understand that it was discernment for me. And at that age, I didn't know that because my mom was always like, well, you don't even know them. Right. My people used to be like, well, you don't even know them. Give them a chance. And then I used to feel guilty and try to give people a chance and never get burned because of it. And now I just be like, I don't like them next. So let's talk about discernment real quick since you brought that up. I'm going to give y'all a quick little story time about when I was married. Okay. So when I was married to my husband, we joined this church called Free Life. I'm still a member. Unfortunately, my ex is no longer with us. Okay. He became my ex-husband and then he went on to glory or wherever. Excuse me. So we joined this church. We're new members to this church. We had just joined like right after we got married. We actually met the pastors the day we got married at a gospel concert. Okay. So he's like, oh, I want you to meet somebody. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So this girl comes over. Now, don't get me wrong. Our church is pretty liberal. We wear jeans, tennis shoes, J's, snapbacks, like come as you are, street clothes, whatever. But I also think even with doing that, certain things still kind of bother me. And I have to say it bothers me because to each their own and I should not judge. But I was judging that day. I'm just being all the way real, being authentic. So here comes this short, little bit more than thick. I'm being all the way real. I'm not judging. I'm just being honest. A little bit more than thick girl. And I'm going to call her a girl because she wasn't acting like a woman. Okay. We're going to call her Karen. Because in case somebody from church is on here, they going to know exactly who I'm talking about. What I noticed about Karen is she always wore the tightest, and I'm talking about club clothes to church. Okay, the shirts was way here, and the leggings and it. Yeah, okay. We talking about the what do you call them? Liquid leggings. She wear those to church, and ain't nothing wrong with for me. I worn leggings to church before, but I always have like a tunic top or a big shirt on over them to like cover my important parts, if you know what I mean. I have like a loose Floyd shirt over leggings. But that's me. To each their own. Only God can judge her. Okay. So she comes, I'm not even exaggerating. She comes walking up. Hi, my name is Karen. We're talking about discernment. I'm talking about this woman that my ex-husband, my then husband, introduced me to in church, and the exchange that happened. Okay, so Karen comes bopping over, and literally she comes walking over like this, cleavage out, liquid leggings on, and I was kind of taken aback, like, "Ooh, okay, we in a liberal church, we wear jeans and snapbacks, but all right." And I was like, "Okay, God, I'm trying not to judge. You still working on me. I'm just being transparent, y'all." Okay. So she comes bebopping over there, and she was switching and whatever. And I'm like, "Yo, we at church? What?" Okay. So she reaches out her hand. She's like, "Hi." And so I shake her hand. I'm like, "Hi, how you doing?" Because if y'all don't know, I'm from the Midwest. I have RBF all day. I don't care that we in church. I have RBF. That's just natural for me. I'm sizing you up from the time I meet you, whether you male, female, whatever. That's just how I was raised, right? So this is after church. And she's like, "Hi, how are you doing?" And the whole time she's, and would you stop rocking that chair? Oh my God, my son rocking the noise. So then she says, "Oh, you must be the little wife." If I didn't already have RBF, it definitely changed into super RBF. I checked her right then. I said, yeah, so my name is Jen, and I'm nobody's little wife. I'm my own person. I am his wife, but I am my own person, very much so, and I will need you to address me as such. Thanks. And she's like, "Oh, okay." Very much the mama from Friday when she seen our girl, and she's like, "Call me later." Okay. So I already knew that I was getting fake vibes from day one. And some in my spirit was like, I don't like her. As we are leaving, I said, "I don't like her. Stay away from her. I don't like her." And I wasn't never one of those women that was like all over my husband where I need to hold him so close to me every time we went somewhere. I never was that. Even when I knew that he was, when I found out that he was doing his little side thing, I still was never one of those women to quote unquote chase him. I never have been. Did it hurt me? Yes. Did I feel betrayed? Yes. Did I chase him, go through his phone and all this, that, and the third? I might have done it a couple of times, but I wasn't one of those people that just like, it was going to be what it was going to be. Okay. I was too focused on taking care of the house, working and doing what I had to do. So fast forward, he's like, "You don't even know her. She nice, blah, 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 whatever. Right. My coffee getting cold. And I was like, I don't know what it is, but something about her is like nails on a chalkboard to me. And I can't put my finger on it. Because it wasn't just the clothes. It wasn't just the little sachet through church. It wasn't just, it was something else. And it disturbed, like, you ever been around somebody and your stomach start hurting because you don't like that? You just like, ugh, I don't like this person. Pay attention to that because it's your discernment. You can call it your intuition, your discernment, your inner voice. You can call it God. He's trying to tell you something, okay? The universe trying to tell you something. Pay attention to it. That person don't have to, quote unquote, do something to you for you to feel it. It's the energy, bruh. So I kept feeling this for months. So fast forward, my ex used to cut some of the church members' hair at the house. So fast forward, one of the couples that we know came over with their kids. And they got a couple of the kids' haircut. He used to cut their hair in their basement. I'm sitting up there with the wife and we chit chat and we chopping it up. She's cool, super cool people. And I love being around other married couples that were in ministry because it helped me to, to understand being newly married, so on and so forth. And somehow, some way, we got on the topic of Karen. She literally told me to my face. She said, because they were all in music ministry together. She literally told me to my face. She said, "Never let Karen be alone with your husband." I said, "What?" Keep in mind, this is church. These church folks, they in music ministry, right? I wasn't part of music ministry because I always had to work when practice was going on. So my then husband, these couple friends that we had, and this woman, Karen, they were all in music ministry. So the wife of the couple friends is like, "Never let Karen be alone with your husband. Never let your husband be alone with Karen. She gonna try him." So I had never heard these rumors before. I had never heard nothing. And turns out it wasn't a rumor because she was somebody that did not gossip in church. She was just trying to look out for me. And I said, "What's up?" And she said she likes to try people's husbands. She liked to try married men. She tried my husband, and I had to check her. Now, this is a woman that I never saw her go off. I never saw she wasn't ratchet. She was super chill. Like I said, she wasn't in the little gossip circles, none of that. So for her to sit there and tell me that, and I said, "What happened?" She said, "Well, she propositioned my husband one night at the studio when they were leaving the studio, and he was one of the last ones there, and she propositioned my husband." And she said, "And he's not the only one." So my discernment was telling me the whole time from the day I met this woman, my stomach would hurt and I'd be like, "Oh, I don't like her." But she had never, quote unquote, done anything to me. But it was something about her energy that just didn't sit right with me. And I struggle with it because I'm like, we in church, we in ministry. I'm not supposed to judge. Like, God is still working on me. And really, that was my deep dive into my faith at that time. I was beginning my deeper walk. Yeah, energy never lies. Energy never lies. So I was struggling with the fact that I was in church with this woman, Karen, and struggling with, okay, I'm not supposed to judge. We in church. Like, this is definitely not the place to do that. I'm trying to be a better person. I'm trying to grow in my faith, this and the other. But every time I got around her, my stomach would just hurt. And I'd just be like, ugh. Like, why do I? Because she had never done anything to me. And turns out that's the reason why. She basically would go after married men in the church. Yeah. And fast forward, right after I had, turn your phone up a little bit. December. Okay, he can't hear me. Right after I had Little, I'm gonna tell y'all another honest story. My ex basically was on probation for DUIs, and he graduated from this probation program. So I was at home with Little. He might have been a week old, because this particular program was like the graduation from the program. It was at a different church. Turn it down. Hey, turn it down. Was at a different church, and my ex did not have a license, so somebody had to drive him. I had just had a C-section, and I had a brand new baby that was born a month premature, and kind of underweight. So I had to make sure that I took care of our child, number one, and also took care of myself. It was hard for me to get around the house because I had a C-section. So I could not drive. He did not have a license. In lieu of taking an Uber, he told me that Karen was coming to get him and take him to said graduation. So he went or whatever, and he came home, and he hands me this little gift bag, and he's like, "Karen sent this for you." And I was like, "Okay, thank you." Like, because I already knew what she was about. So I just, but I'm be honest with y'all. At that point, y'all, like, literally, once I released my child from my womb, I also released myself from the holds of that marriage and all the drama that came with it. I was done. Okay. So I kind of like didn't care anymore. We literally were in the house together like roommates at this point. I knew he wasn't going to be faithful. I knew he wasn't going to be honest. I knew he wasn't going to treat me right. I knew he wasn't going to stop drinking. I knew he wasn't going to stop putting me in a DV situation. So I was just trying to figure out, how can I elevate and get up out of here? I wasn't think about trying to be with this man no more. So anyway, he hands me this gift bag, and he says, "Oh, Karen got you this for you and the baby." So as I go in the bag, it's 2 cards in there. It's one card that says, "Congratulations on your baby, blah, blah, blah." I think about it, had a little gift card in it, and it had like a little onesie and some bibs for December. The other card I opened up, I wasn't supposed to open that. That was a card from her to him. "Congratulations, bro. You did it. I love you so much." So I didn't yell. I didn't scream because, like I said, I was done. When I stop arguing with you, that's when you get nervous, because that means I have checked out. If I don't argue, if I'm not passionate about our arguments, if I'm passionate with you and I'm getting loud and I'm trying to get my point across, that's how you know I'm still locked in with you. When I talk to you like this, real dry, it's over with. There's nothing left for you. I have no more energy for you. So I said, I didn't even say, what's this? And then I said, you left your card in the bag. So he runs over and I left the card open. I actually took the card and put it on top of the envelope so he could know that I read it. Oh, that didn't mean that, she like my sister. I said, no. You don't have to explain anything. It's fine. I said, but here's the thing. If I ever see that person in my driveway and you disrespect me to the point where that person comes onto this residence again, there would be a problem. Because I didn't care about the fact of whatever was going on with him. Because like I said, I was trying to find my out anyway. What I cared about was you're not going to blatantly disrespect me at the house that I pay bills in, and neither is she. So trust your discernment, because energy never lies. If you're around somebody or you meet somebody and you instantly get that little tinge, that little, let it go, walk away. It's not for you. Don't ask questions. Don't try to figure out why. Don't try to piece it together. Don't try to rationalize it. Let it go. Yeah. Well, breakfast was tasty. When y'all drink that mushroom coffee, you gotta make sure you stir it up real good, because it will, if you don't stir it up real good when it's hot, which I don't think I stirred mine up good enough, the little sediment, it will, just a little bit will settle at the bottom of the thing. So when you drink it, it'll go down. Yeah. And kind of be like sandpaper. But yeah, trust your discernment. Sometimes somebody doesn't need to do something to you for you to feel the energy and know that they are not for you. So stop trying to rationalize. Stop trying to figure out, well, this person didn't do anything to me, so they must be okay. You sitting there trying to talk to God about why this person is all right to be in your life when God trying to tell you that they're not. That's crazy. Like, God is sending you signs. The minute that person walks in the room, your feelings in your stomach and in your spirit, they change. For me, whenever I meet somebody and I don't rock with them, my stomach will hurt every single time. Sometimes my eye just start, you know how when you're tired and this little muscle in your eye start jumping, my eye will start twitching just out of the blue. Maybe they twitched all day. It'll start twitching. That's a sign. That is your body responding to the energy that had just entered your space. That is discernment. If you have an uneasy feeling of any sort when you are meeting somebody, God trying to tell you something. Leave it alone. Stop trying to figure out why. You don't need to know why. Because if you're sitting there figuring out why, you're going to end up hurt. It's not meant for you to figure out why. That's why, like, people be trying to push the issue. You get into a relationship with somebody and they treat you good, right? Okay, that's a good one. She said hers is like static. So say you meet a friend, you make a new friend, and y'all cool, y'all never had an argument, y'all never had to be, and sis, that this happened to me a few years ago. I always said we've never argued, we've never had to be, like, we just get along so great. And then soon as the first little misunderstanding cut, they couldn't deal with it. And I can't deal with if you're really my friend, we should be able to have a misunderstanding and get over it. If you're really my friend, like locked in, because I don't use that word lightly. If you're really my friend, we should be able to have even an uncomfortable conversation and get over it. Now, if you're my associate, we might have an uncomfortable conversation. You might cuss me out. We might not never talk again. Okay, that's fine. That means you weren't meant to be in my life to begin with. There is a woman that is in the world, and I'm saying that so nicely. There's a woman that is in the world. We were friends twice in my 20s. Well, let me rephrase it. We encountered each other twice in my 20s. I won't say we were friends, because looking back, I realized that she was never, yeah. We was never real friends. She was my club buddy. I'm on live. Thank you. Close the door. Okay, well, close the door though, bro. Why you doing that? Anyway, so she was my club buddy, right? So we would go to the club, we'd go to Buckhead back in the day, and we would turn up. You know, I was 20, I was in my early 20s. I think I had just turned 21. I didn't have any kids. We were working at the same job 6 days a week, and it would we party on the 7th. And I mean, we turned up on that 7th day, okay? We had money to burn because my rent was super cheap. I had a little small 1-bedroom back then. We talking 25 years ago. My rent was like $550 a month. All I paid was a light bill and a water bill. Like altogether, my bills might have been in my little, I had a Metro PCS phone when Metro first came out. Altogether, my bills, including gas and food, might have been less than $1,000 a month. Okay. Man, I would love to go back to that. But anyway, me and her would go to clubs and go to the club and hang out until I got a boyfriend. So there was a situation where me, her, and her sister were supposed to go to some outdoor festival thing, whatever. And I was waiting on my boyfriend to get to her house. And he was like, I'm on the way. On the way, something came up and he needed me to go ride with him to go to, I think it was like pick up some money from a studio. I forget, because he did studio work too. But anyway, whoever he was supposed to meet up with, they was getting ready to go out of town. And he really needed the money and he was going to break me off. So I was like, yo, I'm finna go do what I got to do. I'll holler at y'all. They got upset with me because they had been waiting for my boyfriend to get there. Now, the festival is still going on. It's not canceled. It's not over. But at the same time, they probably waited, we'll say 45 minutes to an hour for him to get there. So I apologize. I was like, man, I'm sorry, y'all. My bad. Because I felt bad. Do you know that these two heifers tried to jump me? These two heifers caught themselves trying to jump me, to which I responded by like, space and opportunity. I don't care. What you're not going to do is talk to me crazy and run up on me. So I'm not finna get beat up. We space and opportunity. What's up? So we are literally at my homegirl house. Her sister's there. She's doing all this rah. Really, she was, because she wasn't a fighter, and I knew that. She was doing all this woofing. She had long nails, and I knew she wasn't finna break them nails. So she was woofing, doing all this, and her sister's doing all this. Her sister was probably the one that I probably would have had to worry about. Her, not so much. Because, oh girl, she had a real pretty face, and I knew, one, she wasn't finna get her face marked up. Two, she not finna break her nails. So I'm like, y'all want to fight me over this? Like, this is stupid. We've never had a disagreement, whatever. But it was little things about her that whole time, little red flags when we would go out. I noticed I've always been bigger. Okay. I've never been, especially in my 20s and so on and so forth. I've always been a bigger girl. I've been between 180 and over 200. Okay. I'm 5'9.5". I have never been thick. I don't have no big booty. You know what I'm saying? I when I lose weight, I have a little bit of a shape, but I'm not one of those, I'm not a Coke bottle. She, on the other hand, was, okay? She was slim, thick, beautiful. I'm the type of friend, girl, if we going somewhere, you look good, I'm going to give you your props all day long. Girl, you look good, because you my homie, right? She was the type of friend that would say things like, we took pictures at a club one night, and she says to me, oh, this picture of us is so cute. You take really good face pictures. I'm sorry, Heifer, what? I take really good what? She said, because you always have your makeup done. But the fact that she said I take really good face pictures, because one of the pictures was like us from the here up, and the other one was us standing side to side. The club pose when you stand with your girl like this, She didn't comment on that picture. She said I take really good face pictures. Heifer, I take really good pictures. What? So I leave her wherever she is after the whole situation where her and her sister tried to fight me. I left her where she was, right? So fast forward maybe about 5 or 6 years. I had my son. I had a nice little car. I had broke up with my son's father, but I was dating somebody that basically was just, And at the time I was like, thank you, okay. So the dude I was dating had we gonna call him Escalade, because that's what he had. He had a Cadillac Escalade. It was all black. It was tinted windows. It was speakers everywhere. It was back in the day when everybody used to have the flat screens. He had flat screens in the headrest, in the front, like the whole shebang, right? He had the lights on the inside. It was real hood, okay? So he tells me, she had contacted me on Facebook, and she was like, man, I really, miss you as a friend. And like, I thought about you over the years, and like, I've really grown and changed. And I realized like life is short, this and the other. Would you like to hang out? So after several phone conversations, and I think we had went to lunch once or twice, I said, hey, what you doing? It was Saturday, and my dude had told me, keep my truck for the day. It's a story time on that too. Y'all need to go check out the story time. It's a car story time. Just go look. One of them say something about a car. Go check that out. And you'll find out the rest of that story. But anyway, this is tied to that. It was a lot of craziness that happened in my 20s. So I go get her in this dude's Escalade, and she was like, "Ooh, this is nice." He had the rims and whatever. And I was like, "Yeah, this is my dude car." So we go to the mall, we kick it, we hang out. Fast forward, we start hanging out more and more. And I noticed once again, when we go out, like anybody that knows me, especially know me from back in the day, knows I used to beat my face down. Self-taught, right? Hair was always done. My hair used to be blonde, curly, mohawked, faded, whatever you want to call it. Like my hair was always laid. My nails were always done, nails and toes. My face was always beat. And I might not have had the most, thank you for the likes, I appreciate you. I might not have had all the money in the world, but baby, I could make a $2 dress look like $200, okay? Because I was stepping in heels. And whenever we would go out, I would notice she would only have a good night if the guys weren't paying attention to me. Like if you don't turn it down, if all eyes were on her, she was a happy camper. If guys were hitting on me, it was like she wanted to go home. I don't feel good. I want to go home. And every time that would happen, like I back then I used to always try to see the best in people. Like, of course not. They're not mean. They're good people. Like I always try to see the best in people. So I'd be like, oh, you don't feel good? It seemed like sometimes we go out, you just don't, like, you don't want to go out. Like, don't force yourself to go out and you don't want to go out. But it just tripped me out how she would be so geeked and so in the vibe and pre-gaming and whatever at the house. Then if we got somewhere and like the fellas was like, hey, how you doing? She would like want to go home. All of a sudden you don't feel good. You want to go home. I didn't understand that type of insecurity because I wasn't insecure about myself. If you are my friend, I don't care if you the baddest chick in the room. I don't care if you're not the baddest chick in the room. To me, because you're my friend, I'm looking. Sorry, there was a gnat. If I find this gnat, I'm going to get him. I need to do my drains with baking soda and apple cider vinegar, just so y'all know that clears out your garbage disposal and all that good stuff. Anyway, if you're my friend, I'm always going to, yeah, and I didn't realize it. You know me, I was oblivious back in the day. I was not tapped in and confident in my discernment. I won't say that I was just super. And here's the thing, I didn't have the best self-esteem in myself at the time. So anytime somebody did something to me, my friends and like other people that knew me would be like, here you go. I think I got him. He been flying around trying to get me. And I know he came out of the garbage disposal.
I've seen one. It flew on my leg.
Huh?
He flew on my.
Okay, well, if you see him over there, then get him. Nat. I hate like springtime, summertime in Georgia because it don't matter where you live, you're gonna get a gnat or two, and they're so freaking annoying. I hate them. Anyway, so I just would notice that like my homegirl would not feel good if I was feeling good. And I didn't understand that because I was always trying to see the best in people. I'm the type of person, if we go out, we go chill, we go to a cookout, you come to my house, whatever. I want everybody to be vibing and have a good time. I'm the friend that's going to pull you up off the chair and be like, girl, let's go dance. I'm the friend that's like, you want me to fix you a little sippy sip? You want to play? Like, I'm that friend. I can't be in a room with people that I call friends or family. And I use that in air quotes because everybody that's my family is not necessarily blood related, but they are heart related. Okay. I can't be in a room with my people and somebody is not feeling the vibe. I want to make sure that everybody is good. And that's no matter where we are. We could be at a lounge, but we be at somebody's wedding. We can be at a funeral. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm the friend that's gonna crack jokes at the funeral to make things light, because that's just what I do. My homegirl's son passed away a couple years back, and she said to me, "I knew you was gonna make me laugh today." You know, we were sharing memories, and it was a very heavy situation. And while the situation was by no means funny, we were sharing funny memories of her son. I used to cut her son hair, and he had cerebral palsy. And he was nonverbal, but everything was a game to him. Like, he understood. He might be nonverbal, he understood very well. And he was a sweet child, gentle spirit. And so I would cut his hair. He'd be in his wheelchair, and I would cut his hair. So when I would be getting ready to cut his hair, Trey would be like, like, and he loved to dance. So he would like move his head, and then he would smile at me like, "Ha, I got you." Like, and I'd be like, "You don't keep your head still so I can cut your hair." Like, he knew what he was doing. Like, people would say like he don't understand. Nah, he knew what he was doing. But he literally, like, I would be trying to cut his hair, and he wouldn't be crying or upset or nothing. But like, I would pull the clippers out, and I would get like right here, and he'd be like, "Ha ha," and he just bust out laughing like, "Nope, not today." And we were talking about that, and we were just laughing about it because it was just the sweetest memory. And like him dancing and laughing because he loved to listen to T.I. So his mama put on T.I. and he'd be in the back like, "Hey," like getting it, right? That was like his fave. So I'm the friend that no matter where we are, what we're doing, I want the good vibes because life is short. I'm not the friend that's going to be like trying to hate on you, because to me, that's not a friend. That's an op. Life is too short to be an op. Y'all on these social media apps going after each other, hating on each other, picking at each other. Like, yeah, some of the stuff on social media, people be trolling for laughs. I get it. And they post stuff because they want people to laugh. They know they're going to get a reaction out of it. I get it. But just being on here, being just straight up rude to people because you think it's going to get likes or clicks. Come on, man. Do something else. All that stuff is counterproductive to what you should be doing. So, yeah. So, I really had to understand that girl was not for me. And the final straw for me was, we went to a party. I'm going to call this girl Jada. My sister know exactly who I'm talking about. Jada. When I point to my nose, my sister know who I'm talking about. Jada, right? Jada with the third eye. Let me stop. That was me. It's true though. That's actually what my brother calls her, because he saw her out one night and he was like, "Your friend with the third eye is here." I didn't say that, he did, but it was funny. So anyway, yes.
Look at my team.
Why you put that way up in my face like that?
Look at my team, Mom.
Okay. All right. You and your team go sit down. Did you clean up your table? There's paper on my floor. How about you get that up and get up your hoodie? If it's your hoodie needs to go in dirty clothes, I need you to do that. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, my brother called her. He texted me one night and he was like, "Jada." No, he said your friend is up in here. He said, "I'm at such and such. Your friend is up in here." And I was like, "Who?" And he put friend in quotation, so I knew I already peeped the vibes. And he was like, "Jada with the third eye." When he said that, I knew exactly who he was talking about, and I laughed till I cried. His words, not mine, but it was funny. So the final straw was me and Jada with third eye. She invites me to go to 2 events. At the time, my oldest son was like 3, and around Thanksgiving, my people would take him out of town, and I had to work because the shop I work at, we would be really busy. So I would work through Thanksgiving, but when I would get off, I would go hang out with, my friends and stuff, because I had no kid around, basically. So, shush. Hey, chill out with that chair and sit on the couch because that chair is making all that. No, I hate that. You sit there and creak in that chair. That's so annoying. I love you. Um. So anyway, well, she invites me to one, a house party, and two, a party at a hotel downtown. It was hey, seriously. It's called Old School Sundays. So they would have a DJ at these, like the West and the Hyatt, the Hilton, so on and so forth, and in Atlanta, and they would have these DJs play like old school music. Okay, so it was a good vibe, and it was like $20 cover or whatever. So it was like a cheap party, but like you have a really good time with people of your age group. Okay, so it's Thanksgiving. So she's like, when you get off work and you get dressed up, give me a call. So I was like, okay, cool. So I called her and I was like, where's this house party at? Turns out the house party was actually closer to my apartments. So I was like, cool, I'll drive, whatever. So she was like, if you drive, I gas up your car. Cool, bet. So we go to the house party and I'm like, we kicking it, we play these little games. We kind of pre-gamed at the little house party. We knew we wasn't gonna stay long. So we pre-gamed the house party, and as we're leaving and we're getting on the expressway to go downtown, I realized because I switched purses, I don't have my wallet on me. I have my ID, but I don't have my wallet with my money in it. Okay. So I was like, oh, we gotta go back to the house because blah blah. She said, no, I got you because the party the cover is only $20 until a certain time, and it was gonna go up. Neither one of us want to pay that extra fee because we had to pay for Atlanta parking, blah blah. So anyway, we going down to the party. She said, I got you, don't worry about it. So we going down to the party. I parked my car in the parking garage. I had no reason not to trust her. Like I said, she had already put gas in my car. So we get there, and as soon as we get there, because we've been pre-gaming all night, I have to go to the bathroom. I have to pee. So we're in this really nice hotel. I forget which one it was. It might have been the Westin. And I was like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. She said, look, I'm gonna run and get my place in line because it was a line. She said, because it's almost cutoff time for the little. She's like, when you come out, call me and I'll let you know where I am in the line. So I go in there, I use the bathroom, I dip back out. I'm calling her, no answer. I'm calling her, no answer. I'm calling her, no answer. So I go to the floor where the party's being held because the bath where I went were on a different floor. So I go to the floor where the party's being held. When I get to the door, there is no line anymore. The line has, I guess they pushed them through or whatever. So like at the door, I'm kind of like peeking in like for my homegirl because like I said, I don't have any cash on me. And back then, I don't know if I had a debit card or not. This is over. Anyway, I would always carry cash on me because I'm a hairstylist, right? So I'm looking for her. I'm calling her, and I'm like, maybe she went to the bathroom. I'm making excuses already. So I cannot find this girl nowhere. So I'm blowing her up. So finally the phone answers, but it's like a butt dial. Like I hear people in the background, but I can't. And she's like, hello, I can't hear you. Clearly you can hear me because you're yelling in the phone, and whatever was behind her, the background noise was not that loud. So I could tell. I was like, why are you screaming? I can't hear you. The music's so loud. I can't hear. Where are you? Click. Here I go again, making excuses. Maybe her phone died. So I'm calling. Now it's going to voicemail. So I'm like, dang, this girl phone and died. My car is in a parking garage. I can't even get in the park because I don't have no money on me. So let me tell you how things work. Because all these times I've been making excuses. Like, she says she's changed. She says she's elevated. She's matured, this and other. This random dude comes walking down the hallway, and he heard me, like, yelling in the phone. And he's like, yo, you looking for Jada? Never seen this dude before. And I was like, do I know you? And he's like, nah. He said, but I just met Jada. He was like, the girl with the platinum hair. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, let me just tell you, she is not your friend. I said, huh? Like, I'm very confused because, like I said, never seen this dude before. He said, she just approached me and said, he said, well, me and her was talking. Like, I was trying to holler at her or whatever. And I left her up there because, you know, he's like, I was trying to holler and then I was getting ready to leave. And he said, I basically just turned my back and walked away because while we were up there, you must have been calling her. And she gives me this story about how she tricked her friend into driving her down here Her friend left her money at home and she don't want to pay for your car to get out the parking garage or pay for you to get into the party. He said, she is not your friend. He said, she even went so far as to ask me, could I take her home because she don't want to be bothered with you. Okay, so I'm fire hot. Okay. I'm fire hot. He said, I really feel bad for you because I guess the look on my face, you can see the steam coming out of my ears. He said, I can go get her for you. I got you. I can go get her. I don't know what he said to her or whatever, but they come walking out the party. And when they come walking out, he abruptly walks away from her. He's like, got you. Like, we good? And I'm like, thanks, bro. So she sees me, I see her, and she's like, oh, I guess she thought I found a way and I left, right? And I said, I'm ready to go. Here's how I made sure that she got back in my car. So she had 2 pair of shoes. One pair that was like her comfortable heels and one that was like the stunner heels, right? But the shoes that she left in my car were kind of expensive. So she had to come back to my car regardless, right? Yeah. So I said, so either you can get your shoes back by paying for my parking thing, or we just, yeah. So anyway, what ended up happening was she ended up going back to the car. She paid my car fare. No, let me tell you, matter of fact, I take it back. She didn't even pay my car fare. I take that back. We ended up going back to the parking lot. The attendant at the parking lot, for whatever reason, he let me go through for free. I let her get in my car because I'm thinking she's going to pay for my thing. I don't know if the attendant was like trying to holler or whatever, but he said something to me, and I remember for whatever reason he was like, I'm finna get off, or so I forget what the thing was, but he let me go through for free, and I was like, thanks, bruh. And I'm like, wow, I really could have just went. So I really should just put her out my car then, because I ain't really need her no more. But I'm the type of person, if we come together, we leave together, and if something happened to you, I know I should just been like, whatever happened to you, happened to you. But being a woman in Atlanta, like, I'm just not finna, okay. So she didn't stay far from me. So I end up driving her home. I turn my music all the way up. I don't say 2 words to her all the way home. So I drop her off at her door. Baby, before she even get the door closed quick enough, I'm squealing tires. So I remember I got home, and y'all know how back in the day, we used to post everything on Facebook. Now it's IG and YouTube and whatever. So I made a post on Facebook, and I had a picture of my outfit, and I was like, man, sure was cute tonight, but didn't even get to go party. That's all I said. So one of my other homegirls was like, Jen, you look really pretty. She was like, what happened with the party? And I said, all I can say is shady people who not really friends. Apparently, Jada was watching my feed, because I didn't tag her or nothing. Jada was stalking my feed to see was I going to talk about her. And she was like, I mean, if you had a problem, you got my number, this and the other. I said everything I need to say to you. And I said, you can get the heck up off my page. You don't need to comment on nothing. Blocked. Let me tell you how I know that this girl's spirit was disturbed by my positivity and who I am and my integrity as a person. She wanted a piece of that so bad. Like I said, we already had an issue in my early 20s where her and her sister went above and beyond and tried to fight me. She come back several years later, apologetic. I've grown, I'm matured, I'm so sorry. I really see that you was my real friend, this and the other. Now you done tried to abandon me at a party, and you giving these little subliminal, these little backhanded compliment type things. Like, I'm gonna say this last thing, and I'm gonna get to the end of the story. One Saturday, I'm off. I've had a really good week at work. I want to treat myself. I want to go to Lenox Mall. Back then, Lenox Mall was the spot. And I said, hey, Lenox Mall has a really big food court. They're not super expensive, but a little bit more expensive than your normal mall, because it's not just Sbarro's and I don't need to know they still have it, but it's not just Hibachi and Sbarro's. Like, they actually have restaurants in the food court. But you can go and get a good meal, right? So I'm like, you want to go to Lenox? And she's like, I was like, hey, how about we go to Lenox for lunch, and then like we can window shop or go like kick it or whatever. And she was like, okay, cool. Let me see what's going on. Order and see if I can get a sitter. I kid you not, I'm strolling my Twitter feed, and it just so happened that she came up in my Twitter feed, and it said, "How do I upgrade a chick?" Um, what did it say? Because "Upgrade You" was out back then. Let's show you how long ago that was. You know, the Beyonce song. I guess I really did upgrade a chick, and she put "upgrading" in quotations. Because when I met you, you was shopping at Rainbow and Dots, and now you want to go to Lenox Mall. Wow, I really upgraded you. First of all, Heifer, I still shop at Rainbow. I ain't ashamed. This shirt came from Rainbow, and what? I'm not ashamed of none of it. If it fits on my body and I feel like it look good, screw you. I'm not finna pay thousands of dollars for somebody else's name to be plastered across my body. Okay. It's a bunch of people walking around with other people's names, including her, plastered across their body. They are playing with me. So anyway, long story short, I completely, after that last incident with the party, I was like, okay, I'm done. Please tell me why. Years pass, I get married to my husband. I done blocked this girl from all social media. She had a second page. She came and found me again. I didn't find a message till like 6 months later because it was like one of those archive messages because we weren't friends on Facebook. And it said, "Oh my God, it's been a while. I see you got married. How cool. Wonderful." Da, da, da. Block that page. Do y'all know years later when I had my son, here she come again. "Oh my God, I see you and your husband had a son." Like, what's wrong with you? You obsessed at this point. It's giving single black female. But the thing is, I'm the quote unquote fat friend. I was a quote unquote not that cute friend. I was a quote unquote friend that took the good face pictures. I wasn't good enough. I wasn't pretty enough. What you liked about me was you felt like you could shine if my light was dimmed. And the fact that you thought that you had the power to dim it is sickening. I don't seek people out to do that. So when I was dealing with this person, I could not understand what the issue was. I could not understand because I just couldn't believe somebody was like that in real life. I couldn't wrap my mind, and me and my sister would talk about it, and she'd be like, "That girl, I don't like that girl." And in my mind, I'd be trying to make every excuse to make people better than what they actually are. Here's the reality of it. This life is very, very short. You are here for the blink of an eye. Don't spend your time and waste your time on people that don't matter. Don't spend your time and waste your time in the people that don't pour into you, that do not care for you and about you. It should be an even exchange. It should not be one-sided. If you feel like it's one-sided, walk away. Because you're not losing nothing but time. The only thing that you are losing by trying to build something with somebody that doesn't even have a good foundation is time. So if it don't get fit, stop trying to make square things fit into a triangular piece. Like, stop it. Walk away. Your space is not meant for everybody to occupy. And that's just the reality of it. It doesn't mean you're being mean. It doesn't mean that you don't care about people. It doesn't mean that you don't have bad energy. Right. And that's yeah. That's insecurity disguised as confidence. Exactly. Exactly. That's insecurity disguised as confidence. I had to realize I'm only in competition with me. I'm my own competition. Can't nobody do me like me. It's only one of me. Now, people can try to duplicate, they can try to repeat, but there is only one me. The fabric of who I am is in one spirit, and I could have an identical twin. They still wouldn't be me. I know a couple of sets of twins, very different. They might be similar in certain things, but they are very different people at their core. I know identical twins, like literally, like they look like somebody photocopied them. They look so much alike. They even used to wear their hair exactly the same. Now, if you've known them long enough, because we've gotten older and our bodies change, our face change, so on and so forth, you can know which one is which. Right. Yes, it's you for you always. Right. I had to realize I'm not in competition with nobody but myself. Guys used to think that women were dressing for them. No, the women were in competition with the other women. It's nice when we would get a compliment from a guy. It was nice when we would get, hey, let me buy, hey, let me get your number, this type of thing. But the women would be in competition with other women. When I stopped being in competition with, and I learned to just, I know because when I go to the lounge, I don't really be paying attention. By the way, I stayed for all of an hour, and I left. It was dry as a bone. My people were in there. People like out there, but it was just getting out there tonight or what. I don't know if people or what. Because I was like, now if there's an event and really turn up, if they have a little black dress event or they have, some sort of event where you're supposed to step, yeah, all the time. But starting to lag, okay. It does it after a while. So that's my cue to get off of here. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all being here. Make sure you have subscribed to my channel. Make sure you are watching and liking the videos, please and thank you. Leave me your comments. Just always be respectful. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate y'all's presence. Peace and blessings. Y'all enjoy the rest of your Monday. Be safe out there. Bye, y'all.